as children, as their children. And to some extent that is true because there are bloodlines that had seeded themselves in humanity. Okay, some of these gods and goddesses have seeded themselves in humanity. So they see us as their children. Okay. So in any shape or form, it's safe to just be respectful to others and don't try to harm or try to disrespect anybody because you'll never know who is a divine being and who you might be offending, the owner of the earth that is in disguise. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. Okay, so the dragon race are some of them are the Hindu gods, and that is why I was guided by them. Okay, they are part of my guides and guardians. Okay, all right. So I want you to understand that this is not idol worship. There's no such thing as idol worship. The murti or the statues that you see that the Catholic religion copied, okay, it lost its essence because it's a tool. The murti is a tool. It's like an antenna or a channel wherein you focus energy in it and then the qualities of the symbolism you acquire. Okay, that's already for free. Oh, I should charge for that. Anyway, all right. So basically, no, that's the entrepreneur in me talking. Anyway, so going back. So the murti, let me, Lord Ganesh, come over here. So this is a murti. Okay, they are tools. Okay, they are treated as sacred because you channel energy into them. And they act like a mirror. Okay, so when you face the murti or the deity, the symbolisms of how they are created act as a vessel of energy to channel that to that specific deity. And then, as well as reflect back to you the virtues and the qualities that you want to embody. Okay, to make it simple, so that you don't have to have a hard time understanding religious